Good morning. Good morning. Well, people here bright and early. Good morning, bright star. Blessings on this beautiful, crisp and freezing Friday morning. Yeah, pretty much summed it up. It is. We don't have snow where we are, but it is definitely crisp and frosty this morning. And I love it.
The snowman.
Yeah, oh dear, we're singing Christmas songs now. I love it. It's cold. Brilliant. Don't want the wet. Don't want the wet. Do want the cold. Good morning, Ange. Oh, another Christmas mug. Perhaps we need some more Christmas mugs. Put the tea down.
Oh.
Thank you. You're right there, Rick. Yeah, it's good. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Nicola from a very cold, frosty Enfield. Yep, right back at you from a cold and frosty Hampshire. It's been a long week. It's been a very long week. Good morning, Jane. Good morning. Oh, the light's a bit bright this morning. Good morning. Watching me live. Yay. We like live people. Good morning, Susan, from a frosty, sunny West Sussex. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is here, but then I'm not too far from you. Good morning, Maria. Good afternoon, Lucky Fairy. Good morning, Emily. Thermostat has gone awry, and I swear I could almost see my breath this morning. Oh, yeah. Having lived in a house once, many years ago, with no central heating whatsoever, and having to defrost the toilet sometimes when it was cold. I hear you. Good morning, Claire. Susie's putting off defrosting the car. Yeah, it's not fun, is it? Good morning, Sue, from a sunny Sunderland. Snow has just about gone now, thankfully. We didn't get any here. We just got, it was very cold. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, everyone. Lots of lovely people here already. Thank you so much. It's been a week. Did have a very lovely day with Heather and Ness. One of the days this week, can't remember when it was, Wednesday possibly. Putting together the structure for our online ritual in February, open to everyone, obviously. Yeah, we're going to have some fun via Zoom. It's going to be a retreat, but online. And also starting to put together the structure for the book we're writing together. So there was a lot of brainstorming going on. Fried breakfast, cake, cookies, and tea, obviously, as well. And of course, tomorrow we will be at Witchfest. So if you are going, do please come up and say hello. I am talking at 1:00. It'll be good. And, all sorts of other stuff happening. Online ritual, the end of this month. No.
29th.
Yes, end of this month. I couldn't even remember what day it was today. Lots going on.
I was working, I apologise.
Yeah, sorry about that. Good morning, Emma. Nice and sunny yet very frosty. It is. Susie, no snow here, just a big freeze. Yeah, pretty much the same for us. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Janet. Susan, looking forward to the retreat. Yes, it should be fun. It should be lots of fun. We've got rituals, we've got crafting live, which is going to be hilarious. We've got spell working, meditations, all sorts of stuff going on.
Link to the retreat has gone up as well.
Thank you. Link to the retreat gone up. Thank you. Good morning, Xenia. Good morning. Sunny and ice cold here. Having breakfast. I have to leave after your talk for the flight to London. See you at Witchfest. Yes, we will be there tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a week and it ran away with me. So there's no thing today because I realised yesterday I hadn't thought of anything yet. So it's an Ask the Witch day. So whatever you want to talk about, anyone got any questions, anyone want us to waffle about anything witchcraft related at all, pop it in the comments and we will see where it goes.
I'd like to know your thoughts on the first test so far.
Yeah, the cricket started. Who is it?
Who is it? It's the Ashes in Australia.
Oh, okay, so it's us in Australia then.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, the cricket.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Has it started well?
It's kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wouldn't have said that at 3 o'clock in the morning, but...
Hurrah.
You said you wanted to talk about something. I'm just giving you options.
We won't be talking about the cricket. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Steve. Oh, that's not witchcraft related, though.
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
One of them they might have read one of your books. You don't know.
They might have done. Right, let's just get back into something sensible, shall we? Right, Susie, does snow hold any different qualities to water? Yes, it does. Snow is excellent for working magic. It's frozen, so it is water. So it has releasing, it has purifying, it has cleansing. But because it is frozen, it's kind of supercharged, I guess, because you can work with the snow and then it melts. So if you've got a blockage or something that you're stuck with, you can write a little petition, pop it in the snow, and when the snow melts, it releases that blockage or removes that obstacle. So it's quite good from that point of view. You don't have, well, you can write something in the snow, and as it melts, you can, it will release it, it will remove it. But you can collect a jar of snow, and then you've got snow water, which you can use as you do moon water. It's pure, isn't it? And I think snow has kind of a calming energy to it as well. If you think about when you wake up in the morning and the snow has all lain and it's all deep and crisp and even, there's a calming sort of energy to it as well. So snow's really good for that as well. I don't work a lot with snow because we don't get snow very often. But think about what snow means to you and think about its properties and the fact that it is frozen and then it melts. And you can work your magic with it that way. Right, star. What's the difference between pink, white and black salts? The price. The short answer to that is that the black and the pink salt is more expensive. To me, salt is salt is salt, and your basic value table salt will work in exactly the same way as your really expensive Himalayan salt collected from the side of a mountain by monks. It does exactly the same thing. Salt is protective, it's cleansing, it's purifying, it is releasing, it is all sorts of wonderful things. But I don't spend a huge amount of money on salt. I use just the regular table salt because as far as I'm concerned, all of the white salts in particular, and I'll include the pink ones in that as well because it's just different minerals in it, they all do the same job. Black salt is slightly different. Black salt's usually mixed with something like charcoal to make it black. So you get that added magic of the charcoal. Black salt is supercharged protective salt. It's really, really good for it's good for cursing and banishing, but it's got that extra protection energy to it. I mean, charcoal is burnt wood, basically, isn't it? So you bringing some of those other elements in. You're bringing in earth. You are bringing in fire. So black salt, slightly different because it has got, sometimes it's sulfur added to it as well. It's got that extra fiery boost to it. Otherwise, regular table salt, just as good. I don't know, does anyone else use particular types of salt for anything specific? If you do, pop it in the comments. And we'll have a bit of Lucky Fairy Queen, love me some Ashes, great matches for sure. I don't actually mind a bit of cricket, to be honest. I'll watch that, not football. Football's boring. Do you have any writing rituals from when you're working on your books? I am a great procrastinator. The girls and I sat together on Wednesday because we were writing a book together. And that's quite an interesting experience. The girls haven't written a book before. Obviously, I've written one or two. The way that I work is I get all of the ideas out of my head first. I don't go, there's the contents, I'm going to start with that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do that. Usually I follow my intuition, and if there's something in my head floating about, I get that down first. My first draft is always very, very rough, and a lot of it will be deleted, a lot of it will be changed, moved around. I get it all out of my head first, and then I start working and start moving about with it. But no particular rituals. I don't wear, my favourite underpants or anything. I don't know. It's been a long week. No, I don't have any particular rituals. It's focusing. The hardest part, I think, of any book is starting it. Is actually focusing and getting those first few words on the paper or on the computer. I do write a lot of books or parts of my books by hand, particularly if it's meditation or spells or something that I need to flow creatively. I tend to write by hand first, and then I'll type it up. But yeah, the first bit's the hardest part. But no, nothing in particular. It's just getting it out of my head, getting that first paragraph. Once that's up there, then it flows.
You've got 3 or 4 books on the go at a time, though, haven't you?
I do have several books on the go at a time. So I might be reading something and think, oh, I could include that, and then I'll make notes of it. So I've got
Terry Pratchett.
Yeah. Stop interrupting me. I've got several Word documents for each book that I'm writing, and I might an idea or inspiration or something, and then I'll open the document, just pop that down in there so that I know it's there and it's all saved and all in that one place. But nothing specific, no. Good morning, David. Trying to find my thermals. Someone tell the old hag on the wall sitting on my roof to stop laughing. Yeah, she's here, isn't she? The Kalak. She's here. She's a feisty one. Lucky Fairy Queen, not witchcraft related, but a big cricket fan. Yeah, it's something very English about
Just got another wicket.
Just got another wicket, okay. What are we at the minute?
No, they're 86.
Oh, they're
86 for 6.
86 for 6. Okay, that's not very good.
No, that's what I said. We're doing well.
Ah, see, I even understand a bit of the scoring. You're impressed, aren't you? I like cricket in the summer when you can go and take a picnic and a blanket and a book.
and ignore the cricket completely.
Ignore the cricket and sit eating your picnic, reading your book. Yeah. Jane. Snow puts everything on hold in the mundane world. It does. Perhaps it can do the same in magical work. Yes, it's got that calming kind of pause. It's like hitting the pause button, isn't it? I think yes, that would work very nicely in some spell work, wouldn't it? To pause things, put things on hold for a moment. Yes, absolutely. Maria, I suppose you can use snow to freeze someone. Yeah, I mean, snowmen, you could do, it's a big poppet, isn't it? Let's be honest, a snowman is a big poppet. Yes, you could use snow to freeze someone. You could write their name in the snow. You could write their name on a petition, put it in a snowball, put it in a snowman. But remember, it's going to melt at some point. It's not like a freezer spell where you put the name in the freezer and it's there. Snow is actually going to melt at some point. So if you wanted to just protect yourself from someone for a while, you could do that with snow. But remember that it's not going to last forever. Good morning, Louise. Good morning, Cliff from a frosty Wickham. Just back from the village bakery with a sausage and bacon roll for me and Monique. Oh, deliver, Cliff. I'm not that far from you. That sounds delicious. Jane. Asian supermarkets are a good source of pink salt, much cheaper there. Yes, we've got some brilliant Asian and international supermarkets in our village, town. Much cheaper. I still buy the regular table salt. For me, there's not a lot of difference between the pink salt and the white salt. It has got slightly different minerals in it, which changes the colour. So if you're drawn to use it, then go for it. But for me, it's not worth spending huge amounts of money on salt because it all does the same thing, other than the black salt, which is slightly different. Emily, the thing that always stands out to me about snow is the silence. Yes, it is that. Ooh, everything's quiet. World seems to go quiet when it snows. Blanket snow makes everything look very clean as well. It does. But if you live on the edge of a city like me, it very, very quickly turns to brown, black, sludgy mush. But yeah, it's that moment, isn't it, where you wake up and there's a feel, isn't it? You know before you've even gotten out of bed that it snowed because you get that kind of silence, don't you? It's quite special. Maria, black salt is good for protection sigils. Yes, absolutely. Black salt is protection, like supercharged. Absolutely. It's brilliant for that. David, my black salt has iron filings with incense ash for extra oof. Yes, brilliant. I've made black salt before with the ashes from a fire. So if I've had a fire at a Sabbath, I keep the ashes, put them in a jar, label, Beltane ashes or something like that. And you've got that Sabbath energy as well. And that mixed with salt makes really good black salt, definitely. Lucky Fairy, I have a lot of black salt, wondering how exactly we can use it for banishing, like leave it at a place and then flush it out or any other way, throw it at people. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You can use it by adding it to spell pouches or to witch bottles for protection. You could sprinkle it around your property, but bear in mind that salt is not very good for the soil at all, and it's not very good for wild animals. Just bear that in mind. You could dissolve it and use it for cleaning your altar. Black salt probably leave a bit of a mess, but sprinkling a bit on your altar works quite well for protection, for clearing negative energies. I don't know, how else does anybody else use it? I add it to spell pouches, I add it to witch bottles. I don't think I really use it in any other way because for boundaries is not very good for the soil, which is a bit of an issue. How do other people use it? Let's get some ideas. Janet, heard of some people adding camphor to black salt. That would work very well. Susie, black salt for ultra protective powers and mega vanishing effects. Yeah, absolutely. But how does it work? How does it work? Maria's confused. What are you confused about, Maria? I'm always confused. Always in a permanent state of confusion. Susie, add rosemary to pink salt as well to boost its properties. Rosemary's a brilliant herb. It's a good all-rounder. It covers all sorts of things. But it is very good for protection, it's very good for cleansing, very good for purifying. So it marries very nicely with the properties of salt. Good morning, Lee. Louise, are there crystals associated with the wintertime, or are they the same as summer? New to crystals, wasn't sure. It's whatever it means to you. Are crystals seasonal? I think it's up to you. I think for me, there are some crystals that are more sunshiny, if that makes sense. Citrine, I associate with the sun. Goldstone, I associate with the sun, which would be summery. But then when you think the winter solstice is about the returning of the sun, so you could use it then as well. Something like snowflake obsidian would be brilliant for winter. I associate that one quite a lot with the Kalach because of snow. But then I associate rocks and pebbles with her as well. I think it's entirely up to you. I don't know. Again, pop it in the comments if anyone works with any specific crystals seasonally. Pop it in the comments and we'll have a go. Crystals are whatever you want them to be, Louise, and each crystal, it has its own character, it has its own personality, so it will tell you what its uses are. There will be some that resonate with you, there will be others that you can't work with. I don't like working with hematite. It's way too heavy for me. It feels like I've got the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't like working with moonstone. It doesn't. I do not resonate with moonstone at all. It reminds me of cold salmon or, a piece of old codfish. I don't know. They are all individual personalities, so it'll be what works with you. Seasonal. Don't know. What do other people think? What do you think, Louise? Good morning, Kerry and Ebony. Good morning, Jackie, Frosty Romford. Jackie, get better soon. Lucky Fairy. Wonder if you want to have financial freedom, would a freeze spell work for it? Like freezing, locking in your financial freedom, or would it just get your finances stuck? To me, it depends how you word it. I think if you are working with your finances and you chuck the petition in the freezer, it would freeze it for me. It would freeze your debts. It would freeze your money. It would freeze everything up. It's not something I would use personally, but if it makes sense to you, go with it. There are a lot of other ways of working with money magic, which is what I'm going to be talking about at Witchfest tomorrow. Prosperity magic. To me, putting it in the freezer would literally freeze everything up so that you can't move forward. But it has to work with you. Monique, it was lovely. Thank you for that. I'm quite hungry now. Good morning from a sprinkled white Normandy. Good morning, Jalala. Diane, I think you could use a snowman to represent someone you want to leave your life as they disappear when it melts. Perfect. It is. A snowman is a puppet. So that works brilliantly, doesn't it? As the snow melts, off they go. Love it. Brilliant. Himalayan salt. Yeah, Himalayan salt does not smell nice. It's very, very unpleasant. And that's the sulfur, isn't it? Many, many, many years ago, we went to, where did we go? Mount Taylor.
Mount Taylor, yeah.
Where is it?
Tenerife.
Tenerife, thank you. It has really.
My brain's
not working. Tenerife. And we went up a mountain in one of those horrific cable car things that was terrifying. And at the top, it's a volcano. So it smelled of sulfur. It was bad eggs.
Above the clouds.
It was not pleasant. And that's what Himalayan salt smells like. Yeah. But to me, that's part of it. The fact that it smells revolting gives it more properties for getting rid of stuff, because no one in their right mind is going to stick around with a smell like that. So very, very good for getting rid of things. Julala, not a fan of snow. Of course, I can appreciate the beauty, but last year we had so much snow in a very short space of time that hundreds of trees in the area collapsed under the weight. We lost 25 trees from our garden. That is heartbreaking. Yeah, I think in the pictures on the Christmas cards, lovely, beautiful. No, I don't want it. Because particularly in the UK, we are not prepared for dealing with snow, and everything grinds to a halt, and it's all very dangerous. And yeah, no, I'm not a big fan, I must admit. I'll look at it on a Christmas card. That's good for me. That's heartbreaking, isn't it? Xenia, absolutely. The quietness that snow causes, plus it slows walking and traffic down, fits to the halt energy. Yes, I think that works very nicely, doesn't it? Pressing that pause button, definitely. Diane, I use black salt as an ingredient in hot foot powder. Works brilliantly with that. Works brilliantly. For those that aren't sure what hot foot powder is, it's a hoodoo type of magical practice. It's based on the fact that you walk, and if you walk through the hot foot powder, you carry it with you. So you carry the magic with you. It's very, very good for protecting your property, for protecting boundaries, and for getting rid of people. Generally, I make it with things like cayenne pepper, chili pepper, black pepper, mixed salt in there too. Black salt's excellent to mix in it as well. It's hot and fiery, getting rid of stuff kind of ingredients. Sulfur goes in it quite often as well. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Bright Star. Which is the best salt to use for casting a circle? If I'm casting a circle with salt, I'm using good old cheap regular table salt, because if you're casting a circle, you're going to be covering quite a big area, enough for you to work in, and some of the salt's really expensive, so I'm using table salt. But if you are outside, please don't use salt, because it's really bad for the soil, it's really bad for the wildlife. If you're indoors, you can use it wherever you like, as much as you like, because you're the one that's going to have to sweep it up afterwards. You can use more of a sprinkling if you want, rather than actually making a big old thing. If I'm casting a circle outside, I do it visually, or I do it with something like flower petals or herbs. Birdseed, if you're out, is brilliant, as long as you're mindful that some of the seeds might actually sink into the soil and grow, as the birdseed does in my garden. If I'm doing a salt circle, I would do it inside, so that I'm the one that has to clear it up. But table salt, cheap old table salt. That's just me. Other people might have different ideas. Jane, use black salt mainly for burying that which no longer serves, like grudges and toxic ex-friends. Brilliant. Because the spell is going to be buried, I only include a small amount of salt. The rest is charcoal and finely sieved garden compost. Yeah, nice. That's perfect. Perfect. Claire, sometimes I will use a line of black salt and a line of white salt at a boundary line. Nice. That will work. It is very good for boundaries because it's protective. It's also one of those things. Now, we've all seen Hocus Pocus, haven't we? If you haven't, why haven't you? They use salt in that to keep the witches out, because it is protection. It's protection from all sorts of negative energies. Not that witches are negative, but it keeps negative energies out. It is brilliant for removing things, for protecting things. A lot of the fairy world don't like it either. It's good. It's good protective boundary stuff. Monique loves snow. Remember driving home about 1 a.m. in the Highlands of Scotland. The snow was about 3 feet and the trees glistened like diamonds with the snow on them. That sounds picturesque. Beautifully picturesque. We keep talking about going to Scotland and going, just driving and doing the whole landscape thing one day. Emily, you could try a salt bath for cleansing and resetting. Yes, absolutely. If you're putting salt in your bath, go for Epsom salts. It's very good for your skin, and it's a bit kinder than tipping your table salt in there. But yes, works brilliantly, particularly for ritual baths and all sorts of things like that. Definitely cleansing, clearing, resetting. Perfect. Maria, did anyone tell you you're nuts? Quite frequently. Quite frequently. I'll take that. Jane, sounds like rosemary is a herbal equivalent of clear quartz. It is an amplifier. Yes, I think so. I think rosemary is one of those good all-rounder ones that does whatever you need it to. Yeah, perfectly. Susie, celestite is more wintry. Nice. Yes, I use that one for divine connections quite a lot, along with selenite. But yes, I can see that. It's quite snowy, isn't it? That would work. Emily, you could have a look at crystal associations with zodiac signs and check which ones are aligned with Capricorn, Aquarius for winter. That would work. That would work. Look at the zodiac signs that are associated with the winter months, and crystals are associated with them. I have got a book that tells all of that. Shall I look it up? Look it up. I'm not ignoring you. I've got two screens. That's showing off now. It's got 2 screens. Let's look up the crystal book. Crystal Magic. And let's look up Capricorn. She says, realizing she wrote this quite a number of years ago now, and hoping that I did put them in there. Capricorn. There we go. Capricorn. Amethyst, fluorite, garnet, hematite, jet, malachite, obsidian, onyx, quartz, smoky quartz, ruby, tiger's eye. There you go. See, I knew. Aquarius, amethyst, fluorite, garnet, hematite, labradorite, turquoise. Very nice idea, Emily. Very nice idea. Yeah, that works. Good morning, Sylvia. Lucky Fairy Queen, that makes sense. It would freeze everything. Yes, I think it would. Steve, do you know what time you're speaking at Witchcraft? Yes, I'm on at 1 o'clock in let's have a look. I think it's Suite 1 or something like that. Let's have a look. I have the schedule here somewhere. The schedule is up on the Witchfest website if you want to have a look and see. Yes, I'm on at 1 o'clock in Premier Suite 1. That sounds quite fancy, doesn't it? Premier Suite 1. That's where I'll be. 1 o'clock. Thank you for that. Emma, for protection for a house, I use apples cut in half so you can see the pentagram. Place a bay leaf in between and put the halves together again, then place them in the corners of the garden. Nice! Like that. That works with the magic of apples, the magic of bay leaf. Bay leaf's really, really good for protecting against negative energy, and also provides food for the insects and the wildlife. Nice. Update on a squirrel in her garden. He's a greedy little beggar. He gets through so much squirrel food, it's unreal. He's not actually eating it, is it? He's burying it all around the garden. I'm going to have peanut trees growing it. They're not trees, are they? Peanuts grow under the ground. I'm going to have peanut plants all around the garden. Lee says, garnet, bloodstone, unakite, emerald, winter colours to me. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Some of my favourites there too. Bloodstone and unakite are brilliant ones. Yes, that works. Xenia, I like to place clear quartz clusters on my winter seasonal altar together with fir twigs. Looks like ice. Perfect. Yeah, I've got a piece here. I got this out a few weeks back when we were talking about something and it hasn't disappeared. It wants to stay by my desk. But yeah, it looks like ice, doesn't it? So that's perfect. Yeah, like that. Lee went to Tenerife last year for the first time but didn't visit the volcano. It was quite an experience, but it was very smelly.
The drive was frightening.
The drive up there was frightening.
Probably
yeah.
better now. Did
the volcano have fiery dragon energy? It did. It was just very smelly and actually quite cold up there. It was
Snow.
It was a very weird experience, but yeah, lots of sulfur up there. Yes, it was definitely fiery dragon energy there. Jane, combination of pinkness and sulfury pong with pink salt makes me think it could be used for spells involving tough love. Yes, that would work very nicely, wouldn't it? Pink is very much a kind of love colour, isn't it? It's one of those. But it's quite calm too, isn't it? See, rose quartz is popping into my head. That's kind of the crystal I always use for gentle energy or calming things down. So yeah, that would work, Jane. Susie, need to look up hot foot powder. That's a new one to me. I've used it for a long time. I discovered it when I was writing the hoodoo book. It is good stuff, but it's literally, I mean, you can make your own recipe, but it's literally chili powder, black pepper, salt, sulfur if you've got it, but you could use black salt. You could use ashes from the fire mixed in there as well. It is fiery, protective, get rid of stuff energy. It's good stuff. Xenia reminds me to put my Bitch Be Gone spray in the bag for my travel today. Phoenix Flames, the lovely Angela from Phoenix Flames makes Bitch Be Gone spray. It's good stuff. It is excellent stuff. Diane, if I'm using salt to cast a circle, I use salt water rather than salt crystals. Yes, that's a very good idea. Dissolving salt in water and using that to create your circle casting. Very good idea. If you are cleansing the house and you don't want to use smoke, you can make a little bit of salt water and just flick it into the corners of each of your room, and that clears out negative energy too. Jane, if outside you could use eggshell or wood shavings. Yes, cascarilla, crushed eggshells. Brilliant stuff, and that works really well for casting circles, and actually it's really good for the soil too. So if you're outside casting a circle with crushed eggshells, very good idea. And yep, wood shavings would work too. They would compost down eventually. Jane, birdseed for casting a circle. That's brilliant. You can do it. Obviously it works really well. Just be mindful that if the birds don't eat it all, some of them might grow. I am forever pulling little bits of grown birdseed out of the shingle under a bird feeder. So it will grow. Lily definitely needs some of that. Yeah, hot foot powder's good stuff. Good stuff. Susie, don't have a bath. Neither do I. That sounds weird, doesn't it? We do have a shower. How do you use salt in a shower setting? You can buy that. Have you seen those shower steam cubes? They're a bit like bath cubes, but you just pop them at the bottom of the shower, and as the water dissolves them, they give off sort of steam. Using salt, you could put salt in, again, Epsom salts, in a little muslin bag and hang it over the shower head so that the water runs through it. To be honest, I just charge my shower gel. Rather than using salt, I charge my shower gel with cleansing, clearing and purifying. Just hold the bottle in your hands and charge it with the intent that you want. But if you did want to use salt, again, Epsom salt, just hang it in a little muslin bag and hang it over the top of the shower spray, jet, head.
Anything, really.
Anything. Oh, today's going to be a difficult day. I hope I don't require my brain today. That's right. I've got to stand on stage tomorrow and talk to lots of people. Well, hopefully lots of people. It'd be embarrassing if no one turns up. I'll have had several more coffees by then. Diane, today's turned into salt, hasn't it? That's a salt themed day. It's good. Salt's good stuff. As a quick energy cleanse, wash your hands with a teaspoon of salt and wash the negative energy down the sink. Yes, brilliant. You can do it with salt. You can do it with lemon juice as well. It works. It works well for getting rid of the garlic smell on your hands if you've been peeling garlic. But yes, excellent. Washes the negative energy down the sink. But as with all of these things, just washing your hands with the salt is not going to do very much. You need to put your intent in it. So charge the salt with the intent that you wish it to clear negative energy. And as you are washing your hands, visualize that negative energy draining down the sink. I saw a video yesterday. Someone was making a prosperity jar spell. I think it was a money spell or something. And they were chucking bits in the jar, and you put this in, and you put this in, and you put this in. You need to charge each of those ingredients. Whenever you're putting any spell together, you need to charge each ingredient. You need to tell that ingredient what you need it to do. Otherwise, you're just making a jar full of stuff. Charge it. Tell each thing what you need it to do to, make it work. Apart from getting random snogs, what else is mistletoe used for? This actually, mistletoe's quite. I'm going to get the herb book up. Mistletoe's quite. It's got quite a really nice history to it. Let's get the herb book up. Magical herbs. very much associated with druids, of course, mistletoe. Bear in mind as well that mistletoe is it's a parasite, basically. It doesn't grow on its own. Mistletoe, spell it right. It's a parasite, so it lives off of quite often apple trees and things like that. So it has parasitic kind of energies as well. So you could figure that into your magic. It also appears to just hang up in the air because it doesn't have roots. So very much connected to the divine, to the upper worlds, the upper realms. So let's have a look at mistletoe. Often found in apple, ash, hawthorn, oak. Long, thin green leaves. It has small flowers in May, and then obviously it has the white berries in December. As it doesn't have its, I'm reading this from the Magical Plants and Herbs book. I wrote it, but that was a very long time ago. It doesn't have roots in the earth, but seemingly appears to grow from air in the trees. So it's considered a sacred plant for the in-between places, which makes sense. It's a very liminal plant. Hang mistletoe in your home for protection and to bring love and peace to your household. Use mistletoe in fertility, dream, and healing spell work, especially for spiritual healing. I must admit, it's one of the ones that I would go to for fertility. It carries a really strong fertility energy with it. Apparently, the idea that we kiss under the mistletoe. In Norse mythology, the arrow that killed Balder was made from mistletoe. The Norse gods then ruled that mistletoe belonged to the goddess of love as a balance for its use to kill, because mistletoe is actually toxic, so don't eat it. It could also be that mistletoe was used at the Roman festival of Saturnalia and also in wedding ceremonies. So it's got that kind of love energy too. Wands made of mistletoe are also said to ward off werewolves, just in case you needed to know that piece of information. So mistletoe, fertility, protection, love, health, dreams, ruled by the sun and the sign of Leo, its element of air, and the energy is masculine. But yeah, fertility is kind of balances with holly. You've got the red of the holly berries and the white of the mistletoe. So you've got that balance of energies, feminine, masculine, which work quite nicely. It's interesting stuff. Just don't eat it. Louise, also drawn to bloodstone and light jade, also snowy quartz, all very, very nice. Bloodstone is a very powerful stone. Diane, snowflake obsidian, yeah, perfect for the winter, perfect. Claire, do you have anything you do before public speaking to ensure it goes well? Get nervous. I still get nervous. I've been giving talks for quite a number of years now.
Don't get nervous, you shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, if you don't get nervous, you shouldn't be doing it. More so perhaps at something like Witchfest, which is a big event. I do get very nervous. I don't have any rituals. I do tend to just, send a message up to whoever's listening so that I don't fall over on stage or, do anything really silly. So yeah, I draw on a bit of goddess energy before I begin. But no, I just, fingers crossed and hope. Janet, can one stock her spice closet with too many spices or herbs? Never. My spice cupboard is always growing, particularly with all the international supermarkets that we have in our area. I'm always finding something new to work with. So I would say never. Just give it a clear out every so often because, we do forget about the stuff that gets pushed to the back. Louise, could you stir salt into your food for family protection? Absolutely. We add salt and pepper to most savoury dishes, don't we? And I use salt in baking a lot as well, actually, in sweet dishes. We put seasoning in, and the same goes with any of the ingredients when you're cooking. Charge them with your intent as you add them. So when you are sprinkling the salt and pepper in, just give it the intent that it brings protection for your family, protection for those that eat it. And you can do that with all of the ingredients. Charge them with the intent. That's what it's all about, absolutely. Jalala, apparently smelling that sulfur eggy smell is good for your health, including smelling people's windy pops. Okay. I'm not going to be doing that, but thank you for that piece of information. I might give that one a miss. Susie, sage spray is good for casting circles. Sage, another one that's good for protection, another one that's good for keeping out negative energies. I think any of the sprays that you make, if you boil water, let it cool, you then put it into a spray bottle. You can add essential oils, you can add herbs to it, you can add crystals to it, and you've got yourself a spiritual magical spray. Perfect. Nicola, clear quartz and any white crystals always remind me of winter crystals. Yeah, it's that icy, snowy feel, isn't it? Especially clear quartz and white crystal dragons. So I'm still trying to find a crystal dragon. I've seen some nice crystal dragon skulls or dragon heads made out of crystal. Haven't found one that's resonated with me yet. Maybe I'll find one tomorrow. So good for freezing out spells and ritual. Perfect. Perfect. Xenia. As for protective powders, red brick dust. Oh, perfect. Yes. Once picked some red brick pieces from a waste container because the company took the old roof down and threw the pieces there. When we had our kitchen renovated, there were lots of bricks from a big old fireplace we took down from behind here, actually. And I did save one of the bricks, and I used that to make red brick powder. Red brick dust, very, very protective. Very earthy, but very fiery. Perfect. Perfect. Sylvia's healthy then. Maria, use some herbs in a bag instead in the shower for protection. Yes, if you've got one of the little muslin bags or a piece of muslin tied with a bit of ribbon, you can chuck herbs, crystals, anything in there and hang it over the shower head or in the bath. Works brilliantly. Lee, lucky to have a few crumbly bricks outside. Brick dust, very, very magical ingredient. Susan will be there. Do come up and say hello. I will be there with Ness and Heather tomorrow. Diane used to be a formulation technician in toiletries department. All shower gel is thickened with salt, so you always get a salt wash when you shower. Well, there you go. Perfect. See, we knew all along, didn't we? We just didn't know. Xenia. Blacksmiths at medieval markets are happy to provide us with multiple iron items, large nails, crosses, troll cross, Thor's hammer. Iron's really, really protective. In fact, I think behind here, I have two very old nails here. Very old nails that I keep in a cross. It's on Kaylach's altar cloth at the minute for protection. Perfect. Any rusty old nails, as long as they're iron, work very, very well for protection. Unless you want the Fae to come in, obviously, because they don't like iron. Jackie. Changing the subject slightly, want to set up a winter altar. Now that I have the time, freedom, and space to do so, are there suggestions on the blog, website, books? Nothing specific for winter. Has anyone got any suggestions for Jackie? Pop the suggestions in. For me, because I work with the Kaylach, her altar is very wintry. So I have quartz crystals, I have turquoise crystals, fairy lights, brilliant white fairy lights, rocks, pebbles. I add Christmas decorations to my winter altar as well. Next week it'll all be going up there. Little pine cones, acorns, I bring in bits of pine tree and holly and things like that. But, trust your intuition on it. But anything, when you're out and about, ask for gifts from nature and see what you're gifted with there as well. Autumn leaves at the moment as well. I will write a note because I'll forget, and I will ask Ness or Heather to do a blog about it. So, winter altar blog. There you go. But, trust your intuition. Anything that makes you think, step outside and see what it looks like outside at the moment and see. Lee, mistletoe associated with the goddess Frigga. There you go. Thank you for that. Nicola will be there tomorrow. Excellent. Do come up and say hello, because I'm really rubbish at recognising people, because all I see from these weekly chats is a little teeny tiny avatar. So come up and introduce yourself or say hello. Maria, could you cut mistletoe to disconnect with things or attachments? You can use anything like that to disconnect or cut things. I would tend to go more with string or twine or something like that, because that's more binding. But mistletoe is a parasite, so it does attach. So yeah, that would make sense. Sylvia, if you don't have a bath, buy a soap bar with salt in it to wash yourself with. A shower steamer with an essential oil will also cleanse, as the steam of the warm water will mix with the fragrance of the shower steam. I'd not heard of those until recently, but I think those shower steam thingies, very good idea. Maria, I don't need any more pot noodles. Maria does bring me a pot noodle. That was one of my talks at Witchfest. I'm talking prosperity magic tomorrow, so I'd have to work it into the talk. Louise, do you work with a familiar? If so, do they choose you or them? Okay, so for me, familiar is an animal that is alive. I know there's a bit, some people use it for spirit animals. I use the word for animals that are alive. So Eric would be my familiar, and he would be absolutely rubbish. Unless there were treats involved, he would be really rubbish. I do have spirit animal guides. I do have my main spirit animal. He's here. I do have wild boar represented on my altar. I do have magpie that I work with. He's got a skull on the altar there.
No Dachshunds?
No Dachshunds. No, because he's not my spirit animal. So I do work with spirit animal guides. Wild boar is my main one. Been with me for many, many years. He found me. I do work with animal energies in spell working, and I will call upon specific things. So if I was working a healing spell, I might call on the energy of dolphin, because that's really good. If I'm working a spell to work on my savings, money-wise, I would call on the energy of squirrel, because they're very good for stashing stuff away. So I would choose that energy, but purely to bring that energy in for spell working.
If only you'd written a book called Animal Magic.
I have written a book called Animal
Magic.
Have you? I also have a contract to write a bigger book on animal magic. I just haven't got around to it yet. But wild boar is my main energy. He is with me always, but he chose me. He came to me in a meditation and didn't leave. So from the animal spirit side, they chose me, the ones that I work with a lot. Familiars, for me, are those that are still in this world. Ones that would come into circle with you or sit with you while you work magic. Eric would not be good at that. Sylvia, love working with bay leaf oil. Interesting. I'm not sure I've ever worked with the oil. I work with bay leaves a lot, not the actual oil. Interesting. Xenia, that's my problem with too many. Once stored in the cupboard or shelf, I forget that I have the items, and that's been. Now, I did do that. I had all my herbs, spices, flavourings in a cupboard, and they get pushed to the back of the cupboard and forgotten. Don't forget, if you do have out-of-date spices and dried herbs, you can use them still for magic. You can actually eat them still. They just lose their flavour. They lose their potency. Move them from your food cupboard to your magical cupboard, because they'll still work in magic perfectly well. But I moved them all out, so I now have 2 great big long spice racks out on my kitchen counter so that I can see them and I don't forget about them. Easily done. Emma, I feel I know nothing about these subjects, or maybe my confidence is lacking. No, I think 33 years now, I think I've been walking this pathway, and I'm still learning.
Never stop learning.
Never stop learning. And witchcraft in particular is such a huge subject. There are areas of it that will resonate with you. There are areas that don't. I don't tend to work with numerology or sacred geometry. That's too much maths. I don't actually work an awful lot with planetary energies. I might bring in a bit for spell working sometimes, but not my area. So always learning, always learning. Maria, light blue and green agate are associated with colder, especially the blue with the kelech. Yeah, the kelech for me is that turquoisey blue colour, which is why you'll see quite a bit of it on her altar. Yeah, absolutely. Jane, when my son was still at home, he had an obsession with CCTV cameras. Every time he drilled another hole in the house, I collected the brick dust, mainly to mix with the epoxy resin for fixing flower pots. That's a clever idea, but kept some for magic. Brick dust. We need to remember that all of the regular, usual stuff has magical properties. You don't need to spend huge amounts of money buying really expensive ingredients and getting them shipped from the other side of the planet. Whatever you've got around you, dirt, grass, sand, brick dust, all has fantastic magical properties. Yeah, definitely. Claire, any red berries always makes it wintry. Yes, I think red berries, if you've got some holly with berries on it, bring that in for your altar. Perfect. Emma, or I use a Yule Christmas tablecloth with snowflakes on it as a good altar cloth. Excellent idea, Emma. Yes, and there's lots of those around at the moment. Brilliant. Camilla will be there too. Please do come up and say hello, definitely. Lucky Fairy. Any favourite winter spells? Feel like setting new goals is in bulk, definitely. During the winter, giving your body real rest and healing and good health. Now, I will from not next week, perhaps the week after, I will start the festive stuff. I love this time of the year. I am an autumn winter person. I love it. I love the energy of this time of the year. But from now, leading up to Christmas, there's that festive energy that is so strong you can almost taste it. I love that energy. And for me, it is about enjoying that season. It is about enjoying that build up, that excitement, that anticipation, being in the moment for now. Once Christmas and all the festivities are all over, that's hibernation for me. January is a month to downtime. It is a month where you do inner work, the quiet stuff, plot, plan and scheme. Think about things that you want to start. I don't do New Year's resolutions because that's January and that's not going to happen. My kind of New Year's resolutions start in bulk. So yes, I think the next from now until in bulk is enjoying the season, enjoying the energy, and then downtime. Yeah, definitely. Resting, recuperation. Xenia, winter altar, fir twigs, clear quartz, pine cones, nuts, deer antlers, good one. Figures of deer, squirrels, wolves, snowy owls, Yule Nissa figures, Christmas gnomes. Yes, it's time to get the tomties out. Absolutely. And bells, perfect. Maria, I'm going to keep my find from the woods for my Yule altar. Is it still relatable to the season? Yes, absolutely. Jane, if you have a live animal familiar and that animal passes, would they automatically become your spirit animal? No, not in my experience. If there was a very strong connection, then maybe, but not automatically. No, it's an individual case situation, I think. Tina, can a pet be my pet? My cat prefers to be in my witch's room. She often comes to get me if I haven't been in there enough. Yes, cats seem very, very much naturally drawn to magic. So your cat might be just your pet. She might be your familiar. Only you will know that. Mine's useless. But we love him.
He's not useless.
He's not.
He's special.
He's special. He is very special. Lee, sprigs of holly, Yule logs. Yes, that would be perfect for winter altar. Bells, homemade baubles, witch balls, gold coins, silver and gold candles. Perfect. Perfect. Xenia. Your brilliant herb organizer inspired me to buy one at the tool shop for my crystals. I had them in a large bowl, and after that, they're sorted by colour and safe from damage. Love it. Yes, my crystal. I'm looking at them over there. My crystals are in a tool box, one that with all the little drawers for the different screws and nuts and bolts and things. Yes, mine crystals are all in there. Yeah, I will be. Yeah, I'll get all the Christmas jumpers out soon too. Right, just read these last ones because we've done an hour already. Sylvia, the anticipation energy right now is so strong. Yes, remembering being a child and knowing a tree will come and lights everywhere and, of course, presents. I love it. Absolutely love this time of year. Yeah. What kind of organizer? Drawers. It is literally, I just grabbed my button one because the other one's too big. Okay, this kind of thing. With the little drawers. These are all buttons. Yes, I'm very sad. I have my buttons in an organizer. But my crystals are all in those as well, but that's a bit bigger to lift.
Is that way to lift it?
No. It's the same thing. Thank you. But I have buttons because I use buttons in magical working as well. They are brilliant for crystals. Brilliant. Emma has ordered some Yule Christmassy net curtains. Perfect. Right, I'm gonna get these. We're over time. Let's see. Sylvia I asked once who was my familiar, and the cat coming to me wasn't the one I expected. Interesting. I have 3 new cats now talking about this and thinking who it'd be, and then one of them jumps on me, so that question's answered. Yeah, cats are very good. They're very, very tuned into magic. Absolutely. So we've done an hour already, which is mad. Time just spins past. So I will see some of you at Witchfest tomorrow. Otherwise, we've got lots of bits and pieces on. There is 13th of December, 7 p.m. We have a fantastic, great big pagan quiz on the Moonbooks channels. England versus Wales versus America. I will be hosting a quiz. It's going to be hilarious. So do note that down in your diary as well. The Prosperity Magic book is out the end of this month. So that's up for pre-order too if you need any Yule presents for anybody. Otherwise, I will catch you all on the flip side. Have a fantastic week. And salt was obviously the flavour of the day. Thank you everyone for joining me and take care.